Hey guys, it's Eddie here at Veurink's RV Center out of Grand Rapids, back at you on our YouTube channel. So I know you've been seeing that we've kind of been doing these factory walkthroughs, checking everything out. So we're back at you here in Goshen, Indiana. We're at our Dutchmen plant with Scott. He is the GM of Aspen Trail and their Kodiak line. And so we actually are here in their Kodiak plant. So that's what they're running. We caught them after hours, so we're gonna be able to get like a little walkthrough, see all the parts that go into this, see kind of how the production goes and what makes a Kodiak different from anything that's in its class. So Scott, we've been in partnership with you, with Dutchmen, for about 10 years. I want to say it's more than that with Veurink's RV Center, but you guys have been around for 35 years, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So this year we're celebrating our 35th year in the RV industry. So the great thing about Dutchmen is we're just a towable manufacturer. So we specialize in anything from fifth wheels to travel trailers. As you mentioned, you guys also carry our Aspen Trail product. So for Veurink's, what's nice is you guys carry everything from a 17-foot single axle, aluminum sided trailer, clear up to our Kodiak Ultimates, and then our Astoria fifth wheels as well. Yeah. So you guys really represent a lot of Dutchmen products at Veurink's RV.
Yeah, which is super awesome. So we've had this partnership for a long time, and it's really nice to finally get down here to be able to check everything out. So kind of as we go through it, we'll check out starting from when you bring in just the bare bones chassis to when we see the finished product, and we can kind of go into that once we get there. But I guess let's start the tour.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Scott, to start off, when you bring something in, I mean, you're typically going to bring in just a bare bones, just steel chassis, and then you start to implement things into that. So what we have in front of us is we already have the axles and the wheels and a few things already in there. So can you just tell me about just the construction of this, or where we're at so far in the process?
Yeah, so like you mentioned, normally it's a bare chassis that just comes in on like a transport axle. Then we will put the tanks, start putting in some of the bracing and whatnot. Then there's actually a frame flipper where we'll flip it over, put the underbelly on, get the wiring ran. You know, the one thing that is nice with Dutchmen as part of the Keystone parent company is all our wiring is actually color coded, so that for a service side, if you guys ever need to chase a wire, you know what color wire you should look for. So that's one thing that's unique. So yeah, as you can see, this is already finished. They have the underbelly in it and a lot of the wiring already ran. The tanks are laid out. As you can see, the heat ducts are already kind of laid out where they will go in the floor, which again, for all your Kodiak product, it's a heated enclosed underbelly, which gives some extended season camping. Right. So we're kind of, all this will get hooked up as it goes down the line, but this is a basic start to how it's produced. Yeah, and what's nice too for like anybody who hasn't been in like a dealership atmosphere is that in our service bay, like we have a bunch of service bays here at Veurink's RV Center in Grand Rapids, and our technicians, we work with a bunch of different manufacturers, so everybody's going to do things a little bit differently. So when Dutchmen color codes all of their stuff, it makes it a lot easier for somebody to pop in and be able to do whatever they need to do for service, and it's just a little bit easier. And then when it comes to the next step on this, so you're going to go from this to putting on your actual flooring. Yes, so from here what they'll do is they'll pick up a solid one-piece floor. So we have our Hyperdeck composite flooring over here, and they will set that on the chassis. So what's great about this is you can see it's all aluminum, which is lighter. There's no wood in our floor, so it's made to not mold or collect water, and it makes a Kodiak product a lot lighter. So we'll save 100 to 200 pounds, depending on the floor plan. Yeah. And yeah, so they'll set this one-piece floor over there on it, and then it'll wheel back, get the linoleum laid on it, and the cabinets start to get set from there on. Yeah, and this helps too, just because you guys do a sort of like bare cage construction. Correct. So is this part of that bare cage construction, just because it is all aluminum? Yeah, so yeah, the floor framing is aluminum, the sidewall framing is aluminum. As we get down the line, you'll see like the front cage, back wall, that's all aluminum. So again, for Kodiak, we're trying to be one of the lightest ultralights in the market for better gas mileage, towability, whatnot. Yeah, and for somebody that, say, isn't super familiar with RV construction, how, like, what else would somebody see in flooring from out of like a competitor or something? Yeah, so a lot of brands, they'll use, you know, OSB plywood, or they'll use like a double layer of Luan, like thin wood. So What that does is it adds weight, and it also, if it were to collect water at all, it has a hard time drying out. That could lead to a soft floor. So having this Hyperdeck is a huge advantage for us.